Brothers and sisters, we have a plan, and this is Backwards James. How you guys doing? You know, this is San Antonio. This up and down weather is just unbearable. So the brother's been sick, but long time no see. Sorry for the hiatus, but the Lord is mighty. So guys, let's talk about kings, okay? The Lord gave me a revelation. It's a mighty revelation. At the end of the world, there's going to be two kings. Okay, one of them is Christ, and the other one, Antichrist. So it was really interesting when the Lord gave me this revelation, because he actually taught me and he showed me that this subject of Antichrist and 666 is not one of his favorite subjects. The Lord dislikes this subject. He called it crummy. I mean, the Lord literally called it crummy. It was amazing. I'd never seen the Lord so candid before. Normally, well, it's just, it's interesting that he's not really, this is not one of his favorite topics of discussion. But either way, the Lord is mighty and he's got a revelation for us. So this video is going to be based on Revelation chapter 17. But when we talk about a king, it's not going to be a king like you've ever seen before. Okay, this is a global king. It's the king of the world. Okay, this is what's cooking right now. When all the borders go away. A real king after the manner of Nimrod. See, Nimrod, when he came to power, he was the first king, right? Nimrod. He did something that no one else could do, and this is actually the source of a king's power. He's able to do something that has never been done before. Okay, that's what basically gives him his right to be king. The people call for a king. Surely the people bow down and they ask for a king. But what will be this king's pedigree? Well, it says, and the Lord gave me wisdom about this. It says that they will go after the wild beasts, and they will wander after the wild beast that was, but is not, and yet will be present. Now, the Lord showed me what he meant. The king, this thing that was, but is not. It's kings, having kings. Right now, the kings of the earth, they try to hide their status for fear of their people. So they're the hidden hand that rules from the shadows. Even though they have kingly power, they appear as part of a global citizenry, but you don't truly know their all of their business or their actual position in the world, because they actually disguise this and they keep it hidden. Okay, but the world shall wander after the wild beast that was and is not, and yet will be present. Because look, we don't have a king now. We don't have a global king right now, but the Lord showed me that this is what's going to happen. Okay, so always I thought it was Obama. The Lord corrected me on this, in that I was saying that Obama was going to get 3 terms. Well, of course, everything got shaken up when Trump actually became president. So I was like, well, what happened? Where did I go wrong with that? Well, the Lord is mighty. Like I said, he gave me this revelation. Now, if you look at Revelation chapter 17, it talks about the wild beast. It talks about the harlot, and it talks about the horns. Now, notice that the 8th king, this is the Antichrist, the 8th king actually springs forth from the 7. You got the 7 heads of the wild beast, you got the 7 heads of the dragon. Now those 7 heads, there's 7 kingdoms, but look, there's 7 heads in the whole. These are the heads of the world. All 7 of the heads of the dragon, or the wild beast, of the dragon, we'll say, represents all the kingdoms of the earth. Do you remember what Satan offered Jesus? Satan says to Jesus, if you bow down to me and if you worship me, then I will deliver you. I will deliver all the kingdoms of the earth. He promised Jesus all the kingdoms of the earth because it was under his hand of control. Okay? So Jesus, of course, because he is King of Kings and Lord of Lords, he was able to withstand the temptation of the devil. Okay? But we know that the Antichrist is not made of the same salt as Jesus Christ, the Yahshua HaMashiach, Jesus of Nazareth. Look, he is mighty. We know that this Antichrist, this wild beast, will do battle with the Lamb, but will be overcome because the Lord is mighty. Okay? So the same offer that Satan made to Jesus, we know this Antichrist is going to take it. I still happen to believe it's Obama, and I'm going to show you why. Now, remember, the eighth king springs forth from the seventh. Now, this just got me thinking. I'm going to show it to you just the way the Lord showed it to me. I asked the question, what does this mean? So then the Lord showed me what actually springs forth or springs out of the 7 heads. Well, it's the 10 horns. The 10 horns, they grow out of the 7 heads. Now, the Lord also showed me this. They don't grow out of the wild beasts. They rise up. They stand up. Okay? This is just like an uprising. Okay? It's an uprising. These horns stand up in their positions. Now, where do they stand up? They stand up in the whole earth. It's 7 heads. The 10 horns stand up out of the 7 heads. When does this happen? Well, it happens in the same hour. Now, this is the big clue. The Lord says, the 10 horns mean 10 kings that have not yet received a kingdom, but they do receive a kingdom with the wild beast for 1 hour. Now, this is the self-same 1 hour that the Bible talks about when it says, she is fallen, too bad, you great city, you strong city. In 1 hour, okay, your destruction has come. We know that the wild beast hates the harlot. He leaves her completely devastated and naked, okay? So these are future events. Surely I thought that Obama being president was going to be, the start of it. But remember and keep in mind that the U.S. presidency is part of the 7 heads. The 10 horns that stand up, they are one with the spirit of Antichrist. Those horns are the Antichrist. When they uprise or when they rise up, when they stand up in their places, they are loyal to the king. Which, let me get back to the loyal king. Now, a true king, let's look at King David. A true king, he earns prowess on the battlefield normally. And then his followers, they grow. They are loyal to the king. They will do anything the king commands. They will follow their king no matter where he goes. Not unlike the 144,000 and Jesus Christ. Okay? These loyalists are the 10 horns. They are loyal to the spirit of Antichrist. Look how they hate the harlot. The Lord showed me what the harlot is. And really, it's not the time to go into that because I just don't have the time. But he did show me the 2 kings versus one another. Christ versus Antichrist. All right? So, what do you got going on right now with Obama? Even though he has his presidency is over, Obama from Washington, D.C. is bolstering all this support. He's got all these loyalists. He's got all this support with his new organization called OFA. That's Organizing for Action. Look it up. Organizing for Action. Obama is on the move. Keep an eye on it. Now, also, the Lord showed me when this rising up of the horns happens. Okay, when the horns rise up, it will be in every nation and kingdom. So this is what it means. This denotes civil war, because the horns will not give any regard to the sovereign nations that they were born in. They are going to be rebels. They stand up in opposition to what is currently established, which is the harlot. Which again, it's the harlot's threefold. It's Washington D.C., it's London, and it's the Vatican. I just don't really have time. But when these horns stand up in the power of Antichrist, in the interest of Antichrist, they will hate the harlot. I'm telling you, this is all the Christians going to go with it. It's going to be a very bad time. It's going to be a time of great war. Now, when this occurs, you will have those that are loyal to what is established as law and order, and you will have those that are loyal to the Antichrist. And it will be brother against brother, house against house, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. When the Lord Christ said nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom, this denotes civil war, okay? Brother against brother. There will be those that choose to go with Obama. There are those that will choose to go with this global kingship, this global king. We are going to have a king of the world and everything that goes with it. You know, economically, you got the mark of the beast. Militarily, where they say, who can do battle with it? Okay, spiritually, yes, the wild beast will have his own prophet. They'll make the image, and it's all about to go down. But the timing of the matter was defined by the Lord Christ. So go back and read Revelation chapter 17 and have a new understanding when it talks about the horns. Remember, the horns don't, it says these 10 horns are 10 kings who have not yet received the kingdom. They receive, what's going on? Huh. Wow. My phone is awesome, guys. They receive power and they receive authority for 1 hour with the wild beast. This is a future event, and it happens everywhere at once. It happens in every nation at once. And you will see nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and look, the sides will be divided up. Now, of course, the Lord Christ is the righteous one, but we know what's going to happen. It's as the sand of the sea. They always surround the holy city, trying to destroy everything good that the Lord has made. So join me in prayer, my brothers and sisters, for more revelation on this matter, and for patience and bravery and courageousness, because the hour is late. Pray for Trump, man. Just do it, because he's in danger. I've made a 360 or 180 on Trump. I'll have to come back and talk more about that when I've got more time. But for now, I love you guys so much. Let's have a holy conversation. And until next time, be good and Shabbat Shalom.